Boop. Camera's still screwed up.
Great. Unscrew it. It's the perfect time.
I guess so. Hi there. I'm gonna go fix Lorraine's camera.
Wow.
I'm Dustin.
I might be in frame.
Not quite.
Ow.
Almost.
I ducked. I got in frame.
Ow,
I was there.
butt.
Booty. What is it gonna take to get you into a shiny fletchling? You've already gotten 2, and I have goose egg. But you've said that like 3 times. Have you actually done that? I should stop using pineapple berries. I don't really need the candy anymore. I had literally enough to get 1 Talonflame. And okay.
Lorraine's on screen.
Maybe.
I guess I am now too. Hi there, internet.
Well, it's not on screen, but she's sniffing the end of the microphone because she's very strange.
We're gonna do some game stuff.
Cardiograms.
I guess. I don't know anymore.
Oh, cool. I love that decisiveness. That is what we need in this company and on the stream. Colette has found a Velcro tie for cables that are just around, and she's going to town. So she might be causing problems later. Who can say? Why are none of you shiny? Why are none of you shiny? Why do I care? I don't know. I blame you for reminding me that today is Fletchling Community Day. So that's on you. Colette, that is the worst place to be playing with that thing right now.
What are you doing, cat?
I told you what she's... I'm gonna go bother her. Hey! This is dangerous. I'm like going under and around things. What if I take that from behind? Look back at me. What if this? These are just over there. Amazing. Yeah.
Oh, good job.
I know how to move a cat, I guess.
You misdirected her.
I did. I'm a Gemini hunter at heart. What can I say? That's all I know. Distract and evade.
It's been a week.
You're heckin' saying that. No, I'm the worst. I'm a nice. There.
Unity is thinking about. Excuse me. Thinking about loading.
Neat. You'll love to see it, or not, because you don't see it while it's loading. Hey, there it is.
Okay.
There's a shiny bird and Unity.
Okay. I thought you were talking about one thing, and then you were talking about another.
Misdirection.
What a fun little,
Fun little aside.
Uh-huh.
He looks like toasted. How bad is this fletchling is the question. Could be worse.
Colette, calm down.
Bubba's, will you stop? Do I need to get the spray bottle again and 360 no scope you? Sweetie, you know I will.
Okay.
Whoomst? It's a lot of fletchling.
Let me grab this for a second, I guess. Also catching a couple more fletchling.
Hey, and I got another one.
Yeah, you're doing it.
Instantly afterwards. There we go. See, all you gotta do is just complain, and then you win.
Not sure.
The white male approach.
You can sort of see there's Pokemon capturing or whatever.
Yay.
Yes.
Use your long arms. Extend. Mine don't go nearly that far. I'm also much farther from my camera, so there's also that.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, this one's much better. You're gonna be my.
I got another one.
His attack is garbage, which is not what you want in one of these things, but who cares? He's got 2 perfect stats. Good for him.
That's cool.
He will be my shiny Talonflame. Say though, Fletchinder, best of that line. Best one. Maybe I'll leave you as a Fletchinder, honestly. Sure, why not? You're cuter anyway. Why am I still catching these birds?
I don't know. I'm still clicking on them. Here, I'm going to have to put this away. No more birds.
More birds.
All right, good night, birds.
It's an owl and his head just keeps spinning.
Indeed.
I have a problem.
All right, Lane, here's a question.
Whom's?
Would you rather...
Oh, God. No.
Okay, well...
Stream over.
Never mind.
Pack it in.
We're done then.
Would I rather what? What?
Oh, I forgot. Never mind. This is set up to be...
Oh, you meant you forgot what you were going to ask me. I'm like, cool story.
No, I forgot this was set up to be...
Story, brah.
Boss level for right now.
Yeah. You know that boss level finagling last week. Much to my own personal detriment. Call out after call out. Wow. Bad throw after bad throw. Jeez.
Okay, would you rather mess with the code
Oh, God.
that makes these look the way they do, that chooses the icon that's displayed? Or would you rather try to get that prize machine thing into here when you...
One of those things is a much harder thing to do. Theoretically, I don't know. The button changing code is all yours.
Mm-hmm.
So I could not lead you into that, and then we'd be building a whole bunch of new stuff if we did the prize machine thing.
Okay. Yeah.
In theory. That was a menu pulled up from a menu with all... It's not a prefab, it's just an object. It's a straight up object. Why did that... Does that move?
What?
In different spots? Or is that always centered like that? It looks different for some reason. Am I losing my mind?
The menu itself?
Yeah. Also, those buttons aren't round and had never been round, and it bothers me immensely how unround they are.
Put those together.
I am aware that you did those.
10 minutes. So that's 10 whole minutes of work.
Good job. Immensely proud. Immeasurably so.
I think it's always in the same place. I'm not 100% sure.
I love Shop Coop. I may have done that, him dancing on one of my art streams. I've done a few art streams with game art on it. I love how fast those go. It's great. Also, they don't come from her mouth all the time. I tried a lot of different ways to get those positioned correctly. Like, me making the alternate weapons was a task. I should find where I have those videos. Because I recorded them on my phone because I didn't have anything else to really do it with. But there's some dumb, like glitchy development videos of me trying out things because I was showing you them while you were at work.
Let's do... Oh my gosh, what's it called? Oh, I should have just... I'm going to play it again because I forget. It's RNG icon something.
Menu bullshit. Da 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 da. So, randomly singing part of the Price is Right jingle, which is something that our very broken and affectionately called quirky group does. Earlier this week at work, one of my coworkers did part of the like "you failed" sound from the Price is Right, and I finished it because of course my knee-jerk reaction is to finish it because we also always make that sound, that like do that jingle, and I'm just like what's wrong with me? And it is allowed, you can say everything because that's probably close to the truth. And I don't think you were on PSN when we were talking about this yesterday. But Phil said that his girlfriend was trying to describe his personality and just eventually settled with quirky. And I then, of course, made a Pokemon joke because that's a nature in Pokemon, and
What does that one do?
it's not. It's a neutral nature. There's no
Okay.
positives or negatives to it, which is what I said. And Kyle was like, "That's a really nice way to put it." And apparently, my 2 examples that I then gave of other natures to help the other group were both apparently speed plus natures, which feels like that's really interesting that you brought those up. I'm like, man, I don't know. I know I like using fast Pokemon is my problem. Speedy,
Let's examine that.
quick hitter. I don't know, man. I don't know what's wrong with me. Or really bulky walls. Like it's either the fastest thing you've ever seen or something that's never gonna die. Those are my 2 speeds when dealing with Pokemon.
Comment to these ones. Might as well
great.
comment to all these other ones, I guess.
Gross. Did you call X the cross button?
That's what it's called.
Okay.
I don't make the rules.
Okay. I'll let it slide, I guess. But anyway, slightly back to my
Go ahead.
my ramblings. Like I would say from a completely neutral standpoint, Phil is probably one of the most normal presenting people we have in our group. And
normal presenting is such a way to put it.
And it's disconcerting when he is described as quirky, because what does that make the rest of us? I'm also really good at quote unquote normal presenting because I can I'm just going to call it trauma and not ever feeling safe ever has allowed me to wear masks when I need to. And it's very easy for me to do that with people who I'm not comfortable with or who I don't want to see like me, which is like everyone, but kind of more into our conversation. Those lines have blurred more with quarantine because the only people I talk to are a group of dinguses, and that is bleeding more into my normal talk. And it's bad. It's real bad. Granted, now I'm only ever talking to like 5 other people being my coworkers, but and quite honestly, I was already pretty chill there. A lot of that was Kayla, but she ain't there anymore. So now it's just me, and I look even weirder now. So I don't know. Take that as you will. It's not even that hot. I'm also convinced if I'm not as warm and cozy, I won't be as sleepy during these. There we go. Now I'm cold. It's a fine line. It's a fine, sad line we walk on, and I'm still catching Fletchling.
I wonder what this does in here. Does it do anything? Or does it just exist to like
What? Pad indicator. For like multiplayer? Did we ever actually try that? I feel like we talked about it at one point.
No, excuse me. No, I don't think we ever did.
Okay. Because there was like...
This might just be used to get like what type of... I think that's the...
Oh, 404. His
Yeah.
Fletchling isn't found.
Okay.
Red Fletchling. There was a point in time where
So
we
that
had talked
uses
about
that
like
to
a
get,
horde mode type deal. Multi-Martas.
Uh-huh.
That was definitely a conversation we had for a while, and then it was just like, who has the time?
This might have even been cool that I had kind of recently of this. I'm not sure.
This is a lot of Fletchling. I could just get one more shiny, and I could have my evolving one into a Fletchinder, and everything would be fine. But no. Took me like an hour almost to get one, and then I got 2 shinies. So we'll see how this develops.
Okay, so these had their own... This, which maybe, I don't think I'm gonna keep that.
Don't do it. Chuck it. Throw it away.
Maybe I will. I don't know.
My wrist has been hurting a lot today. Should have just put that brace on.
That stinks. Do you want me to grab it or something?
No, I'll be fine. Just keep rotating it. You didn't even do anything. I mean, I guess I technically cleaned earlier. But not much more than usual. It normally doesn't hurt this much even on Saturdays. Heck, an artist wrist.
Yeah, you have to check. Let's see. Because right now, like I said, these basically exist separate from any other kind of code.
This is a little out of my heckin' wheelhouse.
Be in the character input thing. Close a bunch of these.
Open them all. Open them all. No. Oops. Oh, that had no. Come sit with me, cat. Be a good cat, or are you gonna be a bad cat? It's leaning towards the latter right now.
Hi there.
Good hop.
Don't eat that.
She's not gonna eat the mug. No, it's mine. Hey. It's not for you, bub. Also, it's literally just water. Hey. Can you stop? She's over here being a nuisance. Yeah, there you go. Look at that. Can you come here? It's nice and cozy over here. I know. Isn't that exciting? Oh my god. So many notifications from freaking Snapchat. Goddamn family. Leave me alone. Wow, just throwing real short now. Will you knock it off?
Hey, come on.
I'm just gonna poke you.
Hello there. What are you doing?
She's doing the thing. That's what I was talking about last night. The padding thing where she's just like... Eh.
Oh, this? Can I touch?
Maybe.
I would grab you, but you're a little too far away. Too far to be a star.
She is a star, though. You gonna attack the screen again? Heyo, Brian. How it go?
Hey, how's it going?
Not your usual Bri guy. Different Bri guy. Too many Brians. I've known way too many Brians. Like, a lot of Brians.
How do you know so many Brians?
Went to most of elementary through high school with a Brian. Working on the weekend.
I mean, one
Everybody's
Brian.
working on the weekend.
I don't know if one Brian is like a ton for...
It's like 4 Brians. You brought half of those Brians into my life.
I mean, at school, like...
I was talking cumulative. Everyone's favorite word.
Cumulative?
Shut up. We're a bit low on sound. Do I need to shout? Do I need to raise the volume?
Here, hold on. I'll just crank up the
okay.
stream volume.
I just want to play with the H6 is what I actually want to do.
I can get this cursor to...
I'm also grumbling.
Oh, that's the wrong mouse.
Leave me alone.
This one will probably do it.
Sometimes I don't want to shout, and sometimes I do.
All right. Well, that's more... That's more vol.
Crank up that volume.
Lost my train of thought.
Beep beep.
Indeed.
Is you, both of you. I only say that because I have all my volumes at max and can barely hear you. That's better. Okay.
All right.
I was talking for myself. Quietly.
I can give you a little more. You need a little more. It looks like we're doing okay now.
Whomst gives a heck.
Let me think.
And we'll be here a while.
Shh. That's not nice.
I'm not a nice person. I'm not sure how long it will take you to figure that one out. It's been 10 years in the making, 11 coming up. Currently, it's okay if your Dustin's quiet setting. When Dustin is quiet, yeah, settings need to be adjusted when you can't hear Dustin because he fucking shouts with every word he ever says.
Still can't hear me?
No. He said it's fine, so I'm assuming that's good.
Okay.
But also, when I'm quiet, it might mean that my mic has been muted for the entire first half of our day one raid, which is what happened with Deep Screwed Grin. Wasn't until we stopped for food that I was told I was quiet.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
We figured it out because I looked at a button. Sometimes I'm smart. Most of the times I'm not, though. You're quiet because you're being heard from across the room on a different mic. Yep. That's also, that happens a lot when we're on PSN because Dustin and I are in the same room. And sometimes he'll mute his mic and forget to unmute it. And people can still hear him through mine, but they always just shout, he's muted, and then we figure it out. It's great. These are the things that we do. The crosses we bear. Weedle is not Fletchling. Why is he here? Why am I catching Fletchling? I have no one to blame but myself, but also I'm going to blame you. But, again, it's a different story. Clutch just leaning against the green screen now. No, I'm doing alright. Had a bit of just kind of blanding yesterday, but I did my chores like I normally do on Saturday. At least normally I have been doing. And it's Fletchling Community Day today, and we're here. Oh, there's my third. There he is. Yay. Sparkle Boy. There's a good cat. What is a good girl? Sweet. Yeah. Just here. Doing stuff. I've just been rambling this whole time. I have not been helping at all. The rest of my chores happen tomorrow when I do laundry. I'm done for today. Wash the towels. Vacuumed. Swept. Cleaned the bathroom. Cleaned the kitchen. Washed some blankets. Talked to my grandparents. They called me today. That was nice. Haven't spreckened with them in a minute. Did not talk to my sister, though. She never called.
She's got a lot going on. If she does call you, let me know. You can just duck out and have a chat.
She could have even just forgotten Saturday because time has no meaning anymore. But
no, that's fair.
My grandpa did say he's going to Best Buy to look at
oh, that's
printers.
right. I forgot all about it. I was supposed to send him some recommendations. I even found a couple.
He mentioned that he had talked to you.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I can
paperwork to do. Oh yeah, taxes. They were talking about, my grandparents were talking about their taxes.
Can remedy the situation, maybe. Or I don't know, he might have already got something.
I have no idea. He said he was just going to look.
Okay.
So I don't know. I haven't heard anything else. I talked with him after 12. Almost 3 hours ago. I'm still catching Fletchling. Somebody stop me.
Hold on.
Except I only need 11 more great throws, and I'm getting really good at throwing great throws at these Fletchlings, so maybe I'll just keep going until I finish that. Gotta get me that shiny Mew or whatever.
Taking a knee here to Email your grandpa about a printer.
I have to email them a picture of Colette because they want to put her on their fridge. That's what happens when all of their grandchildren just have pets and no one actually has babies yet. I'm catching all the fletchlings.
Where the hell is that?
That's a good question. Fletchling's alright. I have no strong opinions on it. Definitely a goodie from...
Not great, not terrible.
Gen 6. I don't really like Talonflame is the thing. Like I said, Fletchinder, top notch. Great Pokemon. Fletchling is still pretty cute. But Talonflame is just kind of gross. I don't know. He's a big chunky pheasant. Chunk boy. Starly. Top bird. End of discussion. I will take no alternatives. I will take no substitutions. It's Starly. And Staraptor, because Staraptor just screams. And I can relate to that. I relate to that wholeheartedly. I spent so long trying to breed a shiny Starly in X and Y. And eventually did get it when we were in Kentucky. Fucking Kentucky Regional. Goddamn DBZ card game. What is my life? What have you done to my life? Aside from making it immeasurably better in every single possible way. Like, what am I?
Whoa.
Whomst.
That was a lot.
I mean, it's true. Also, my fourth fletchling, or shiny fletchling, is happening right now. The whole game of Legend once I could catch it. I saw, I had a memory on Facebook, because I don't know, I like to check those, because they're fun. That's like the one thing I do on Facebook now. And 10 years ago today, I believe, is when Black and White came out, because I was lamenting waiting to finish. We had like 3 or so projects that week, because that was when we were still in college. Because I remember, it was this winter we had like CIS like 300, 316, and whatever Discrete 2 was. And we had like 2 full days of classes, and that was the same semester, I think, that we both had stats, but at different times. Or at least different professors. And we had a really big project due that Wednesday, so I withheld my urge to play Pokemon White to do schoolwork and be studious. And it was hard. I had Jillian hide it from me. Because I think we pre-ordered it at the same time. And then she went and picked them up and would not give it to me until after Wednesday when all my projects were in. I know, look at me being a good, what was that, like a 3rd year college student? Good for me. So proud. Where did that girl go? She was corrupted by the anime card game. Lost to the heckin' sauce. This Weedle needs to stop looking at me. So does Pidgey. This Pidgey isn't shiny. Nor is this Fletchling. Tragic. You little butthole. You still writing your email?
Yeah.
Sorry I brought that up.
No,
this
that's
is my
fine.
fault.
I had to go get links and stuff. I mean, it's not more or less intrinsically entertaining than what we're already doing.
Damn. No, he's writing up an email to my grandpa about printers.
I'm going to recommend him some printers. So he needs to replace his printer.
I almost wanted to offer him, just like, email me your stuff and we can just print it out here and somehow get it to you.
Yeah, we could do that too.
then I was just, the conversation just kind of got away and I never got back to it. We're not that far. Whoosh. Yeah. 4 more great throws, and I've got my 151. Magnificent. Amazing. Cat amazing. I interest you in this lovely Epson. I hear the ink is bespoke and only costs $9,000. No, actually, I'm good. We have a Brother printer now, don't we?
Yeah, I think so.
Still just so funny. Because it just shows up as Brother when you look for like devices and printers, and it's hysterical. And it again reminds me of anime card games, because that's the kind of printer that they had at Eternal. And we would go look at the pairings. And just go over to the Brother. Rip Eternal. Eternal's still there. Just haven't gone like 1,000 years. That was pre-pandemic, not going. Printers are handy if you print things. I sometimes print things. Sometimes you just need documents. Sometimes you just print stupid things. I don't know. I'm not your mom. I'm not going to judge you. Why was that not a great throw? My life is in shambles.
Why is your life in shambles?
Because it wasn't a great throw. Cut my life into pieces. This is my last resort.
Alright, I did it. I sent an email.
I am so immeasurably proud of you. Words cannot describe how amazing. Well, this is just, it's true. But, you know. Way to be lazy, Brian. Good job. I'm proud of you too for being lazy.
Okay.
Because I feel that.
It has just been such a week for me. I feel a little better now.
That's good.
I'm feeling so crappy over the last couple days that I haven't accomplished a whole lot. It's just been a lot of bleh.
Amen to that. My bleh week started last Saturday, honestly. Was it also Friday? No, it was Saturday. Saturday is when things really took a turn. I've evened out now. It's fine. Things are better. Question mark. Yeah, you should maybe do that, Brian. Get the battery for your power tools. Pretty sure we got rid of the bad batteries for the drill in the shop. But I will not. I still stand by my labeling of the bad battery as the battery, where the T's were replaced with D's, because it's bad and it's battery. Andrew's sad face next to it. And we've also got for the we've always had this big bucket in the shop for the heavy metals that we use in some of our slips, because we can't just pour that stuff down the sink. And for a while, our hazardous waste bucket, as it's lovingly referred to, technically, was filled. Like, we couldn't put more stuff in it, and they were gonna pick it up, and they didn't for like 2 weeks. It's literally just because it's like there's elements in there that you can't wash down the drain. It's not like it's like it's not like human waste. It's not like it's just hazardous. Like, it's cobalt. You're not gonna drink the cobalt, even though I say that I'm gonna drink the green slip, and I don't. But so we had a different bucket over on our side, because we use more of the slips and substances, I guess, that contain these heavy metals. So we're the ones filling the bucket more often than not. So we had a different, like I don't know, couple gallon bucket on our side. And the first one we had, I put tape over the top and wrote hazardous waste and put like sparkles on the side and made it all pretty and fancy. And then we prematurely got rid of that bucket because we thought it would be emptied, and it wasn't. So now we have another one, and this one has a lid now, and it just says waste on the top, and there's a smiley face next to it. Because I like to keep things fun and exciting. And right now it's got some... What did I put in there? Right, because I was slipping those plates on Thursday. So it was cobalt. There's cobalt slip in there now. And then when I was decanting that on Monday, I asked my coworker if we could use that slip, or at least the slurry that's at the bottom of the bucket, as slip. And she's like, it would turn out brown, so it probably wouldn't be very attractive. I'm like, but you could do it. And she's like, I guess technically. And that was the end of that conversation. But our bucket did get emptied. I'm still throwing great throws even though I don't need them because I have a problem. I think I'm going to close Pokemon Go. That's all. Those are the ends of my sentences. In which I have said literally nothing and maybe everything. I can't really tell.
You have done a great job of...
Killing the time?
Yes, of filling dead air while I...
That's all I am. Dead hot air.
Okay, let's see how this goes. We'll see what happens. Alright, so I'll describe what I've mostly just done here.
Give me the thought process. Lead me down a path.
So originally this script was just attached to every single thing that has like iconography on it that describes what a controller image, like that has a picture of a button or the whole gamepad or whatever.
Amazing.
And when the scene started, all their start functions would go and figure out which controller was attached and then pick that icon.
Great.
Now I think I'm going to both do that, and I've tried to make this other function that can be called from other scripts that will just set them whenever we need to set them if we're doing like checks and an active thing to see if the controller's changed or whatever.
Oh, like a mid-game type change.
Yeah, like in the flow of gameplay.
Is it like an on awake call essentially for the normal ones?
Well, it's just like, start, but yeah. So it's
whatever, like a start of a scene or whatever. Okay, that's more what I was getting at.
So now we're just gonna do both. We're gonna still do it when the scene starts. And then,
well, yeah, you can do it when the scene starts, and that's just if you need to.
Like, and then we'll see how
this
works
out.
out.
If their PlayStation controller's battery dies, and even though it's plugged into the PC, and they got to plug in their Xbox controller because it's the only one nearby. I don't know. Don't listen to me. Never listen to me. I never say anything of value. That's fine. I can't think of anything that rhymes with great off the top of my head either, Brian, so I appreciate it. Bait. Skate. Yate. Berate. Beret. Beret doesn't.
So let's see if this works. Because the other thing that'll be involved here now is so this should be called here.
I'm less sleepy because I'm colder now, so it's perfect. Everything's working out.
And then this is just gonna be, if I remember correctly.
And I don't.
If you make a public array in Unity, you can just set it all up in the editor, I think.
Probably. Most of the public things you can. I'm assuming. I feel like I have made public arrays, but mostly it was so I could watch them, check their values in the editor, as opposed to filling them in the editor. I honestly don't remember. I might have done both. I can't be held accountable for past Lorraine's crimes. Or do. I don't care. Crucify me for all I care. I probably have it coming.
Dang. Let's just drag one of these in, for example.
Are you gonna get triggered by the exit pipe again?
I don't know.
I'm gonna say yes.
See, maybe that didn't do what I'm intending.
Well, it depends.
Oh, never mind. This isn't.
I was gonna say it's attached to Marta, isn't it? It's not.
That is attached to Marta for this. In this case, you're right.
So don't play this controller. There you go. Couldn't you just like go into the level and pause it, or what are you
I
trying
could try
to do?
to, but I just don't know if I want to commit. I want to find her prefab.
It's probably under player. See the player folder. It's probably in the top of the player folder. Look at that. It's Marta. Amazing.
All right, what's this look like?
A mess. Too much on her.
See that? I don't think that did do.
There's icon strings. Is that?
Yeah, this is what I'm looking for.
Ha ha! I used my eyes. The eyes that I allegedly have.
One.
Great.
And then is it not actually on her? Or like...
I think it spawns, doesn't it? Honestly, don't know. Is it on her? Or no, because it would be an object.
See, I might have to start the scene and figure out what's up with
I
that.
think it spawns in. I think it's instantiated.
That's gonna be a problem.
I don't know.
Well, maybe I guess it won't. I don't know.
Ancient sins. Ancient sins. Ancient sins. I can crack any of my fingers. That's really disappointing. I bet it spawns in. I bet I'm terrible at instantiated more things.
I mean, it doesn't really matter a ton. I don't know. It's just annoying.
Yes, I am. Thank you for noticing.
To wager a guess, where would that be?
Collision, probably.
It's not. It's all gone though, right?
Is it trigger enter? Is there a trigger enter? I think I played
See, is it in the exit pipe somehow?
I don't know how it would be there though. I mean, you could. Maybe it has the call to instantiate it because it's over her head. It's childed to her, I'm pretty sure. Because it follows her. Because apparently having it in the corner isn't obvious enough, she says from experience. People are stupid. Yay, it broke!
Is that really not? Are you fucking kidding me? I hate everything.
Hey.
Alright then. For each script loops are so stupid. They never fucking do what I want them to do.
I don't know if I've ever even used a for each. Might have. I almost want to know. But I don't really feel like going through assembler to check. And B, that length, I think is what you want. Is it a call? Do you need to... No, you don't need it. There's no... some of those dot things need parentheses or whatever, and some of them don't, and I hate that there's a difference, and it bothers me immensely.
Fucking fine.
Couldn't you have each even just put it in an if it's not null for each? Are there any icons
That's
in there?
so fucking irritating. Why does it do that? Whatever.
But are there any icons in this that it needs to fix in this?
Okay.
Is it?
This is why I don't understand. This is a stupid Unity thing. It's like if it makes it available in the if it makes it available in the editor, I don't know why it doesn't like automatically for each one. I've been fine then, but whatever.
Do you want to try my suggestion? Or do you have to do is the new the problem?
Assuming it'll be fine now.
Ooh.
Okay. Fuck you.
And for each might work then.
If the loop was probably fine. That's so annoying. I don't know why Unity works that way. Like I don't know why I would surface it in the editor as like a editable thing if it doesn't like default instantiate it like to nothing. Whatever.
I would just, if you want to find it, you should have it active on the screen because it's not going to be there now. Just try.
I'll see if it's part of Marta already.
I guess no. No, she has to close now. See, there it is. Below the clothing. A button prompt.
Oh boy, now I don't know what I want to do.
I'm doing it.
But this doesn't say clone, so it's not instantiated.
Maybe it's just getting moved.
Oh my god, it just lives in here like floating.
I don't know. Maybe. Just here, I have an idea. Go back to the game screen. That's a lot of A button prompts. That one is already selected. So I would just lock it on that side, on the inspector side. Make it not max on load and just find out where it is. To go to game. Go to it. Just double click that one. Scene. You're on it. Yeah, it just lives somewhere. Why are there so many?
Subsystems are on the menus and stuff. It's just like negative a trillion. Okay.
So it's not instance. Is that better? That it's not instantiated?
I don't know. It doesn't really matter.
It lives there.
How can we find where that's happening?
What?
How can we find where that's happening, where it's being moved?
I mean, since it's not instantiated and it's not already on here, it maybe is the exit pipe then? It's maybe calling the button. The button might have a script. The prompt. Animator. No, it's got the runtime check script. So it doesn't do anything. Check the exit. It's not the exit pipe.
What do we need? Now we're
the
back.
The exit. The thing that's just called the exit. It's right there. When you search, you can't see childhood things. Just click on exit pipe controller. Moving button prompt. It's passing along Marta's position.
Player reference.
So it knows where to child the button. It goes into or out of. When she moves into and out of the trigger, childs it, unchilds it, puts it in the right spot it needs to be in.
Let me just have a reference to this somewhere.
Yeah, it's public.
Oh, it's just dragged on. It seems complicated.
Again, apparently you can't have things in the corner of the screen because people don't pay attention to them.
That's probably, was that how this evolved?
Yes. The button prompt was in the corner of the entire normal screen.
Okay.
And no one saw it, and you may or may not have yelled at me for it. So now it's here. People are dumb. Don't pay attention. Game design is hard.
All right, Lorraine, what should we do?
Cry. Can I cry? Is that an option?
No.
Wallow. Curdle.
I guess there are 3 choices.
Oh, goody. This choice is too hot.
Just not give a shit. Just forget all of this and just let the buttons be wrong. If you change controllers until the next level loads, we can just attach this to Marta, because I just don't know, like, I don't know why. I can't think of a good reason why that wouldn't work, to just attach it to her 100% of the time. And then drag the reference over like I was planning to originally, because everything else I'm pretty sure is just statically attached to the objects that they're part of. Like, I think everything else, all the other icons are just statically exist in the scene and are attached to things that take input already. Or I'll just have to rethink what I just tried to do, because I'll probably, if we have to somehow like scrape up, if you have to try to update these dynamically and scrape up the references in code somehow, like we're not gonna be able to do the public array thing, so we'll have to, like, I might use a list or something at that point, which is easier to update. But I don't actually know what a list does if you try to expose it publicly in Unity. Probably nothing. I don't know. I can try it.
Question. Can the buttons not have the changing script on them in some way? Do they need to be forced? Does the change need to be forced upon them from an outside script?
Well, I want them to be for the same reason I wanted to consolidate all the inputs. I don't want everything running. That comes from the input script, and I don't want everything running all at the same time. Checking if there's a new controller. I don't want like 18 things in the scene. Checking if there's a new controller over.
What if there's something That is a single one-time call. That's a find prompt to populate a list. And then you change them that way.
But then everything would need that. Everything that takes input would need to do that at some point. Like I guess everything could take, unless you made a whole global object just to control that. Because if a thing is not in control, it's not going to be checking if a controller changed. So like if the pause screen isn't up, it's not going to be. If the pause screen isn't currently active, it's not going to be checking if a controller has changed or not.
But what if there's something that could get that if there's an input script that knows there's a change, what if it could then pass that change along to a different script that is holding all the information for all of these changed icons that need to that take this effect or whatever, and then it just changes them? Is that a bad idea?
I don't know. It's more it's more engineering effort than I wanted to put into the solution, I'll say that. Well, maybe at this point we just do nothing. Because the whole reason I refactored all the input things is one, because I just wanted to reduce the chance that they'd overlap with each other in general. Like I wanted to make sure only one was active for just like future-proofing, like, safety of state maintenance purposes. And the other was to do this. So if we do the thing you just described, half of the reason I've done any of this has been pointless.
Well, then what if the find is just in the input taker?
But like
if
I said,
only one's active, like if there's only one active, only one of these things is going to make this call.
But then you're running that find as many times as there are input takers still, which is maybe fine. Like, I don't know. Maybe that's okay.
Why can't there just be something that knows? Why can't we just find more specifically? Like, do we have to find based off an input taker? Can't we just find the button icon? Why do we need to find the input takers?
I'm saying each input taker needs to know where they all are.
Why?
Because though the input takers ultimately need to update them.
If only one's active, why do they all need to know?
Because you never know which one's going to be active when, and whenever one is active, it will need to be able to update them. So while Marta is active, she will be the thing that will occasionally maybe update them. And while the pause screen is active, that will be the thing that may occasionally update them.
What if there's a string that is stored globally in the game that is updated by an input taker when a controller changes to know what that is. And when a input taker gets transferred that power, it checks that script, finds out what kind of controller it is, and then changes it that way. So they don't all have to know. The check only happens once, and they can change it dynamically on their own. This is a good silence. Does anything I said makes... Okay. So there's the check can still be in the input taker. That's still a thing. But they don't all need to know at the same time. Whichever one is active is just like, oh, hey, this controller changed. Is what controller is currently active the same as what's stored in what was already active? Checks that. They're not the same. Updates it. It then knows what buttons need to go where. And then when it shifts over to the next one, they can then, like just on Awake or whatever, wherever you want to put this, they do a check for that string and see.
I think I understand what you mean.
That could be a player pref even. So you don't need to have a script holding it. Anything can check player prefs.
Well, the last part I don't understand at all. I'm not sure what you mean there. No, I just don't know what the first thing you said makes sense to me.
What part is confusing? Basically what I'm saying is anytime an input taker takes power from another one, it will check that string, script, whatever, and know what kind of controller it is without having to do a check itself, and will be able to update theoretically if you have that already kind of in place.
Here, let me simplify. Let me try to say either what I think you're saying or what, or we'll like meet in the middle.
Never. I do not compromise. Sure. Formatting on this list is already bothering me a great deal. I mean, I feel like that's part of what I had said at one point in time.
That's what I'm. Then I mean, that's it, right? It's just those two things. We can probably do that.
It can be like, I don't know.
I'm saying, and then I think like you started to say another thing after this, but in my mind, like this is all we would need to do, right?
So it
like,
was just a dull roar.
There's not a step 3. Like,
I mean, step 3 is question marks, and step 4 is profit, right?
Because I never ever wanna But in this case, it'll work to our benefit if they're not.
You're so cute.
In this case, it'll work to our benefit because that other thing isn't instantiated. As long as none of them are instantiated, which I don't think they should be, because the other ones aren't.
No, I'm thinking. No, because the exit scenes aren't instantiated and have the button, but the scorecard is and doesn't have a button.
Okay.
That was the only thing I was trying to remember where the button lived. Button, who's got the button?
Yeah, we can probably get away with this because I'm not gonna do that, and you'll have to help me with the search call or whatever again. Because I'm not gonna search the whole scene.
Coward.
Linearly while the game is running to find all of this shit. But if we do it when the first input taker rolls up and then it passes its references to the next one, that should be fine. So let's in that case just have to figure out how we want to do that specifically, but
that is an excellent question.
Should be doable.
Oh man, we got like gangs all heckin' here.
Oh, hi there.
We got us a Kyle. We got us a different Bry guy. We swimming in chat, except it's just BT, not BL. Chatting with me, feeling sympathy pains for coding. You know it. Oh, you're typing it. I was so confused for a second. I thought something bad happened because you were typing and nothing was changing on the screen. Thought I was having an aneurysm or something. Is it part of the panic? Who can say? That's not that good. This cat, though, she's very sleepy.
Oh, we might have to tag all that stuff.
Not necessarily.
Unless you can think of another. How do you? If we wanted to find every single thing that has.
You can find stuff by name.
Yeah, but there's so many. Because I've named those objects differently.
Sweetie, there's a million things that are tagged too, so pick your poison.
Alright, hold on.
Walls, enemies, Marta. I tag a lot of stuff, okay?
I mean, I think we might want to just tag them.
They might be tagged already.
That I'm less sure of. Because I think I might have, when I updated these, I don't know what I changed about them. Yeah, see.
I can't read that.
That just isn't tagged.
Well, there you go. That might be a prefab? Not sure. The button. Or if you just did a button.
Oh god, that's just in the top of the prefab hierarchy.
What do you mean?
It's just in the root folder.
Sometimes I put things in the root folder, okay? There are things that go in here.
Look at that. So, and when this says A button prompt, I'm pretty sure this is just all the buttons.
Probably.
Like, even though like that naming convention is just kind of out of whack.
I'm sorry, I was only doing this with an Xbox controller, and you've come in with all your fancy other controllers.
I'm saying the other one that could also be.
It.
Let's look at the.
Never. I refuse.
Excuse me.
Oh, he's dying now. I'm sorry.
I'm guessing these are both A button prompts.
I mean, there were multiple listed A button prompts in the thing. When you searched A button prompt, there was like 5. 4 is close enough. You're in the game view, you won't be able to see them. Woo! Woo! Woo!
Oh, but the other one's not?
You made that shopping menu, not me. Let's type button, maybe. There's a B button prompt.
Does this one even have like its own prefab? Or?
No. On the costume select screen.
But like, is it still this, or is it there? And it's
there.
I think I just got rid of it. Like it's this one's deactivated. Yeah.
Oh my god, it's cutting me off. Oh wow, that camera moved a lot. Yike! I'm gonna fix it.
I mean, I can go back and get more tape, and we can. Oh, there's the tape. You want to fix it for real?
I'm doing it. Yoink. Why don't we use something that's better than duct tape?
I don't know.
Why doesn't we have another camera that screws onto these things? Why aren't we using that camera?
Because the computer doesn't like it.
Oh, cool.
Because it gets confused because they're both like the same. They both have the same name, like the same hardware name, and OBS really doesn't like it when there are 2 of the same brand and model of camera attached at once for some reason.
I did this really